Hey everybody, Long Ago Ego here. My name is Jeffrey, and it's a Saturday morning here in Hiroshima, so we are playing Nikki. And we got her on the audio chat in case she has any questions or comments on the game. And she's playing in the lower left corner. And of course, we mirror what's going on OGS here on the Folding Go Bond at Home. Okay, so I'm going to do a 4-4 in the upper right corner. Okay, and she's doing another 3-4. Okay, so I'm going to give her a 3-4 facing her left side stone. And we'll see where this takes us. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so going into the standard high approach. She puts two hands on my stone, so I draw back. She solidifies. And I'm gonna jump out 2 spaces here. You can go 2 or you can go 1. And then she extends down the side. Okay, switching to an approach on her stone. And I do a high approach as well. Draw back. I'm going to solidify. Okay, now I'm going to go low because I'm close to her corner here. Oops. She extended 2 spaces. Okay, so she's approaching from the right side where she has a position already. Standard Kema approach. I just do a simple back off. Okay. So she slides into the corner, and I semi-block there on the 3-3. Okay. And we've got another corner to approach. And of course, go high. Okay, so she's doing a short extension. Okay, so I don't know if I would recommend this, but I'm going to attach under her stone. See what she wants to do. Sometimes you're just rolling the dice. It's a probe to see what the other person wants to do. And if they do something clever, then you give up on it. So here she just does a simple block, and I back off. Okay. Now we'll just honey. That's done. So I've got a position at the top, pretty much all the way across the top. She has a position on the right, pretty much all the way across, and actually more so than my top. And we each have a little group set up here. Okay, so she's going to protect that. I'm just going to slide underneath here. Now, unfortunately, Nikki, you've neglected to see that I have the Atati here. Now, had you not made a tiger's mouth, or if you'd made a tiger's mouth in the other direction, I wouldn't have been able to Atati this. Excuse me. Okay. Build down. Okay. So that puts me into Atati, so I need to take first stone off the board. Okay. Now, because you've got the bottom side of that already guarded with tiger's mouth, you didn't need to go tight on that. You could have put it at 15 or 16 or at F15. So that was probably a little bit tight. Now I'm going to go down here at the bottom and something like this would have been good. because it threatens to push through here. Right? If I cut, boom, boom. That's very solid. Okay. Oops. Now, what we have here is an elephant eye. So a double diagonal, which means that I can push through on the center diagonal, and those cannot connect. Okay. Now, this is a little bit awkward because of, let's see, because of this stone. When I block, I've got it protected with a tiger's mouth already. So it means that when you go to protect H2, you've given me Sente. Often when you go under something, the other person blocks, you protect yourself, then they have to protect themselves, which means you keep Sente. But because of K3, I'm already protected and threatens the Natati on your H2 stone. Okay. I think I'll use Sente to get a little depth to my corner, my upper right corner. Ooh, that's interesting. And then I will come to the other side. Now, that stone does a couple of things for me. It deepens my upper right corner. It flattens your left side. and it starts to make a big pocket, which I will help along by playing there. Okay. Okay, I'm going to say I'm willing to fight a little bit up there, but I'd like to get a stone out from my left side into the center. So okay, that's pretty defensive. Now I'm just gonna not make solid contact. I'm not gonna do this, right? I'm gonna drop down here because it makes that stone, the position, a little more secure. Now, if I was up here, you would have an atati on that stone. A good time to think. Okay. Okay, I'll just extend. I like having the real board to look at as well as OGS to look at. Okay, so I will go one more time. Okay, looking to make some cutting points. And that pretty much has to fill in. And now, if black plays here, and I fill, drops down. Yeah, I'm going to say that I would just as soon protect that. There's no need to risk any irritating, lingering thoughts about that. Nice solid position, gives me peace of mind. Okay, so jumping ahead of the fight. Of course, since you left the door open, I am going to push through. And I'm going to cut. Ooh, a bold move. Yes. To honey. We like boldness. I'm going to close that out. Okay. Now, it's very important to be consistent with your moves. You don't want to play a move now, unless it's a sacrifice. Play a move now that then gets completely thrown away by the next move. Okay, so dropping down with J8 has now proved to be ill-advised because now if that was intentional, in order to leverage, then it's fine. If you recognized it as a mistake that you wanted to then leverage, that's fine. But if J11 was an oops, that puts my two stones in trouble, that's not okay. Gotta be careful with that. Okay. Cut there. Here again, L10. This one, that's a pretty good stone, leveraging my Atati. But it needs to be followed up on. Yeah, you need to be consistent with the direction of play, the direction that you're going. You know, these stepping stones to what you want to do. Some calculations there. Okay, so I will check that cutting point. Okay, good. And here. Now, the reason I played this is so that the reason I played this is so that when you did this, I would already have a tiger's mouth in play. Excuse me. Oh, better go over here. Okay, we're going to come back this way. And so when you do that, this stone is already in place. So it makes for a nice block. Oops. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work, but we'll try it. Fortune favors the bold. Oh, really? Really? Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work once I take the R7 stone. Okay, now this part I'm not quite sure of. I think it's probably okay. Well, that definitely makes it okay. And you're going to block the corner. Um, I don't see an undo button coming up. Let me refresh. Also didn't hear it. There it is. Okay. I think it must have frozen for a moment there. Okay. Yeah, I was just going to say, it's a little too ambitious. Now, here we have a bit of an avalanche. What did I just do? Okay. Now, if I were ever to play here, that makes sense.
Sorry, I don't have Twitch up.
Okay, that's fine. So it'll be on the video.
Okay.
So, and black plays here, then that puts that into a toddy. Then if I play here, black can take there. Same thing if I tried to be greedy here and play there, black plays here, white plays here, black would take there. So you have to be careful of those little things on the corner. So I'm going to prevent that by playing at Q6. Okay, so Nikki, you can play. We always have to be careful when things start getting tight, especially in the corners and on the sides. There you go. Yeah, that should have been taken care of as soon as you played the T3 stone. And I protected by playing T5. You should have just instinctively had done a tiger's mouth there. Because as soon as I played Q4, that was a double a tutty. And R2 was not enough to protect the corner. Because if I play S3, it's still double a tutty. I'm just going to play this. Play that. There you go. Yeah, endgame is when a lot of oversight can happen. Now, the way many people play the opening and the middle game, where all the fighting is concentrated in one area and things go into the corner or along the sides, a lot of mistakes can happen there as well. But since we play a different kind of a game, it's usually the end game when things are a little bit different. And of course, I need to play at A13. Otherwise, you put that into a tutty, and then if I fill, you can kill everything at B10. Now, here's the thing I talked about. If I just instinctively play T7, that's self a tutty. So I can't do that. So I fill in at S6. it's just got the 3 areas to do. Okay, now, Nikki,
Did I have to do that or no?
No, you don't have
no, that's completely dame. There are 2 other places where you can
there.
steal a space from me.
There you go.
Okay, so I don't need to play there, so I'll play over here. So I have an Atati on those 3 stones, but because there's no cutting points elsewhere, my Atati would not go anywhere. So I think we are finished. So I'll pass. Okay, yeah. 1 dead stone.
4 capture, 1 dead stone.
White wins.
Not bad.
69. Okay.
None of your areas died, so
Not my best, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's not too bad.
So the upper rightish group of yours, no, upper leftish group of yours, little bit too over concentrated. Therefore, you weren't thinking expansively. Now, if you'd been
yeah,
thinking,
I was trying to get to the other side, but you blocked me.
yeah, well, it's not necessary to get to the other side as spread out.
Yeah.
Right. So if your group is self-contained, it doesn't have to link up to something else. If it's weak and doesn't have enough eye space itself, then it definitely needs to connect to something else. Being connected is preferable, but it's not something you should sacrifice for if both groups are living. And if connecting doesn't affect me in a negative way. So we'll look at this in the review.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Again.
And we'll see you
Okay.
next week.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye, everybody.